What the? We quizzes 1.
5 minutes, 5 games, £50,000.
I know this.
But with the pressure on and the clock ticking,
Pass.
lose your nerve, the hourglass turns, and the money drains away.
Oh my goodness.
This is 5 minutes to a fortune.
Good evening and welcome to 5 minutes to a fortune tonight on Quiz Night. I hope you're doing well out there. I hope you're doing very well indeed. And I hope you're looking forward to a spectacular game of 5 minutes to a fortune momentarily. But before that...
62 is the 18th discrete subprime and the sum of the number of faces, edges and vertices of an icosahedron. These are serious facts.
Did you find those on the OEIS by any chance there, Ben? Those are some very, very specific facts about the number 62, but I can probably determine that one of those is right. I have no idea what the 18th discrete subprime is. I have no idea what that list is. Wikipedia, okay, fair enough. Well, they might be quoting from OEIS, certainly for the discrete subprime set of numbers. I'll take your word for it. But appreciate the 62-month resub. Thank you very much for that. Alongside that, we've got Sunny Cat with a 13-month resub. Oh, it's all happening now. Where was this for the hype trade earlier, folks?
Who's here after the absolute mess that was Sunday night?
Thank you very much for the 30-month resub there, Sunny Cat.
Ben.
We'll get to that in a moment, I guess.
I now have to rewrite one of my outright questions.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Matt. And then Punzan also with 100 bits.
Will anyone stop the drain like Prey and Tipster did last time? I think we will, Ash.
You think we will? Well, hopefully we will have someone, or a pairing, should I say, that can indeed stop the drain and earn some doots tonight. It has now been updated so that, well, it should now actually pay doots out. So I've just noticed my camera is not exactly framed properly, so let me shift that down slightly. But yes, we should in fact have the doots to pay out automatically in tonight's game. And I've done a bit of scaling of things as well. I'll talk about that momentarily
as well. If Prey gets in again, his head is going to explode. Manifest. Planifest. Prenifest.
Prenifest? No, Prenifest. Thank you for the 100 bits there already. I'll also catch up with the other notifications that came on during the warm-up time. We have SJ, who's just joined us in the stream. This is their first time appearing and has already subscribed. Thank you very much for the subscription, SJ. Do appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy your time here at Quiz Night. Clearly, you're already enjoying the stuff that you've been seeing on YouTube. Shiru with a prime resub, 10 months of that. Thank you very much for the 10-month resub there, Shiru. And Prey with a 14-month resub who goes, what the? Yeah, I put some Pride lights out because, I mean, it's Pride Month and everything, and I might actually follow Zony's suggestion in chat on Friday that I might just continue it on because, honestly, it looks really nice, doesn't it? It looks really, really nice, and it celebrates the LGBTQIA community that we have all around. It's just, yeah. So prideful is what it is. It is so prideful. So yes, it may be a long stay. Even though I am very particular, very precious about my, blue, pink, purple swooshes. That's sort of been my thing since it moved away from the brick wall all the way back in, what was it, season 4 or 5? Topper will know because he was there basically at the transition time. But I'm very particular about my blue, purple, and pink stripes. Mainly because it's also very bisexual in colours as well. But you know what? Yeah, probably having the full gamut on display is definitely the right way to go. It is sort of branding then, in a way. It's sort of become my branding, especially with the Quiz and Night logo word mark. There's your term for you, although it isn't actually trademarked, but if it was, it would be called a word mark. That has obviously those two specific colours on it as well. The reason I remembered that Topper is because I was watching back on some of the what would you call them? The summary videos, like years 1 through 4 summary and year 5 summary. I believe you mentioned on one of those occasions when 500 questions came up as a highlight, that was around the time that you were. Well, you had found 500 questions, then joined around the time when it changed from the brick wall to the swooshes. You made that comment in chat, and I remembered that. So yeah, I do remember random things about people. Might not necessarily be good things I remember about people, but I do remember stuff. Yes, he did. Yeah, that was it. Yes. Fun fact, put the word gamut in an error message at work today. A gamut. Oh, bloody hell. If I had £1 for every time that word had come out today, it'd be £2. Not much, but it's not that common. You're right, it is not that common a word, Ben. I don't think I've ever really used it in my line of work, though I have obviously mentioned it on stream tonight, so, you know. They get straight into one of winning lies! Things can only get, I don't know, subpar, I suppose. So if you sort of set your expectations incredibly high, and then, well, here we are now. I'm sure you'll be able to get through winning lines again in Future Topper if we do play it again. Right, dialing back again. You know what? I'll open up the lobby and then I'll start talking about stuff. To play this game, you will need Hackbox. I will open that out. I do intend to add a Twitch Whisper game to this. Just as a fallback in case Hackbox decides to shit the bed. Basically, I don't see that happening, but we have had on a couple of occasions recently where that has happened, and we've been thankful in having the Twitch fallback. But for now, it is only Hackbox. You will need to log in with your Twitch account first, so remember to click the Twitch icon in the top right corner and sign in with your Twitch account first before you try and join the room, because you won't be able to join the room otherwise. And then, once you have joined, you then get to decide whether you want to be in just the audience game or whether you want to be eligible to be picked to be in the hot seat game tonight. I will forewarn, actually, Pokernuts did actually say this in the proofing notes. There is a slight UK skew to tonight's pack of questions. Normally it normally goes for a US skew, but tonight it is more of a UK skew. So if you are not as familiar with UK popular culture, it might be a slightly harder game for you. Other note that has just come from my side of things, there will be some color blind sensitive rounds in this again as well. So if you are wanting to play the game itself, but you are colorblind, you will struggle on one of the rounds tonight. So giving that as a disclosure as well, that there is a colorblind sensitive round. So if you have difficulties with that, might be choosing to play the audience game only to avoid that problem. So, I mean, it doesn't mean you're not playing. You could play the other way around and play as the timekeeper so that you avoid having to play in the main game. It's just that if you want to play the actual main game content, one of them will require identifying colours. That's all I'm going to say. But either way, with all that information ahead, let's go over to the lobby, and you'll need to enter in the room code of JW. It's a very repetitive room code tonight. JW. But yes, once you're in, you can decide whether you want to be in the audience game or not. Just click the button and hopefully, yeah, it does work, because ABB has just gone into the background saying that they are just wanting to play the audience game. So that new feature is there. I like that. Dialing back into the conversation. Yeah, so game show, 24-hour game show marathon happened over the weekend. That was a hell of a load of fun. I only managed to catch about, I want to say about 9 hours of it. I didn't catch all of it because I was at a gig, and then once I got in after the gig, I watched a few hours and then I just completely zonked and went to bed. So I missed a few bits. I will be going back onto the VOD, which is now on Twitch, and they're also starting to upload the individual hours to YouTube as well. But it was a load of fun watching along the bits that I did see. It was score. I mean, Power of 10, Bob, Power of 10 worked absolutely perfectly. Having the little turny dial thing, and then click to lock in was so good. And also the reveal of the answer going up and down. I mean, obviously I had Relativity had that inspiration from Power of 10 because clearly it was such a great reveal mechanic, and it worked so well at the 24-hour game show marathon. Everyone was invested in that game. Other highlights, seeing Tipping Point was a lovely highlight as well, and seeing Christian host in the, I think, the most sleep-deprived, such apathetic style of hosting Time Shock, but it kind of worked. Because the thing is, you don't need to do much in Time Shock as a host. You welcome the player in, you get them to choose one of the 10 stacks, and then Time Shock, and away you go. Because they had all the questions pre-recorded ahead of time, because, he knew that you wouldn't be wanting to read them out live every 5 seconds. Did they break my machine? They didn't actually break my machine immediately on the internet, although Theory did try at the end from the tech desk. He did try loading it up with lots of tokens. It never broke from the looks of things. They didn't get to do a tornado spin, no. Though Dev did preview that on the Friday behind the scenes video that we had on our Friday stream. But yeah, Time Shock was still very, very good to watch along, and that is now a standalone thing, which means I could make that available. I now have that as an individual app that works on both Windows and Mac, and I suspect I probably could make that work on WebGL as well. And it just works. It is self-contained, and it does have a host control system on it, but it basically runs its own local web server behind the scenes. When you run the game, it runs its own local web server on localhost, and you just connect to it on port, or whatever it was, and you get to control everything that happens on the game on that. So as long as you've got any network-connected device on the same network as the game is, then it just works. Which is kind of neat, isn't it? It's kind of neat. Yes, indeed, Scott. So yeah, that happened at 24-hour game show marathon, and then Wheel After Dark happened after that. Change places. Goodness me, I didn't see much of that again. It was at a stupid hour in the evening, so I couldn't capture much of it. But of the bits I did see, it was an absolute delight. To see the button in action that evening. And of course, Prey will know everything because he was there for the entire stream. And in fact, he was probably the most constant on that Wheel After Dark stream. There is context, but choose the next skill team. 5. Thank you very much. And also, Swansea.
28 players for 50,000 doots. The chase is on.
Well, about that 50,000 doots, I'll talk about that in a moment as well. But appreciate the 40 months, and the chase against the Hourglass certainly will be on. Thank you for your support there, Sportsy. So yeah, that was the weekend, and it was a very, very crazy weekend, honestly. But so now we're back to the sensibilities of quiz night. I've only got one offering for you tonight. Hackbox tonight, you need to play on Hackbox. So go over to hackbox.ca and join with the room code, but you'll need to sign in with Twitch first, so I know how to pay Dukes out at the end. Right. Now catching up with where I was in the context, we are now back to 5 minutes of fortune in the context of things I needed to talk about. And yes, the little tweaks that I've added to this.
Manifest Matt or Vixen, you know why.
I do know why. Thank you for the 100 bits, and we'll see if that happens. So, things that have changed in 5 minutes to a fortune. Obviously, the first thing you can see is now in the lobby, you get embiggened or smallened depending on whether you want to play in the hot seat game or just play in the audience. Other changes down the line, it will now tell you on the summary screen how much cash you have left in your at-risk bank balance, the one in the Hourglass, but also it will display how much you have guaranteed earned throughout the game in the audience, because of course you earn doots just by correctly answering questions against the players, essentially. And you get 1,000 doots for each one you get right. So it gives you that tally on the summary screen. And also at the end, if we get to see the top 10 play out, I actually haven't stress tested this because this might lag my Hackbox connection out, but it'll be very interesting to see what happens. But But in the final round, in the top 10, it will show on everybody's Hackbox screen in the audience how much cash you still have left in play. And that will be your grand total, or that will be the total of your guaranteed cash plus whatever you still have in the hourglass at that point. So it's just going to be fun to see everybody's totals all ticking down at the same rate, just from different values. So everybody's numbers are going to be so different all the damn time, and then we will hopefully reveal everything at the end. Other tweak, and this is probably the biggest tweak. The value of the game is now different. Used to be that it was 50,000 doots for both the audience and hot seat games. And I thought, well, 50,000 dupes, if you perform perfectly in 5 hits to fortune, that's not exactly a big prize to pay out. Sure, you've got the experience of playing in 5 hits to fortune, but there's not exactly much of a prize payout for being in the hot seat. So I've increased the hot seat game to be in line with 1,000 heartbeats. And so it is 250,000 dupes that the hot seat players will have to play with. Audience game is still 50,000, but the hot seat game is playing for 250,000 dupes. That is in the hourglass to start with. Means everything that you know about the numbers are multiply it by 5. So the thing that was £625 every 3 seconds, it's now that times 5 every 3 seconds. It's approximately just over 1,000 dupes a second. if you want to sort of work it out, it is just over 1,000 dupes a second that you're losing. So that's a fair clip. But the audience rate is still the 50,000 divided by blah 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 rate. So your rate still is working at 625 dupes every 3 seconds, but the hot seat game is now significantly more valuable. Let's put it that way. So yeah, that was the biggest change that I've made to 5 minutes to fortune tonight. Everything else is still the game. I fixed a couple of bugs that were in there, and it should hopefully all run nice and smoothly tonight. Touch wood, everything and all of that. Right. So I think we should be all good to pick our players now tonight. Oh, still people joining in the lobby though, so I'll give you a 1 minute warning. I'll do that. I'll give you a 1 minute warning, and then we'll get our players picked for tonight. Thank you to Arun for writing tonight's entire pack of 5 minutes of fortune tonight. So all 7 rounds plus all the top 10s as well have been written by Arun tonight. Many thanks for that, and thank you to Pokernuts for proofing all of the pack for tonight as well. I'm hoping by the end of tonight's game, with the amount of spares that I have in top 10s and potentially other rounds, that we might be able to form a Franken pack of the last 4 games worth. Because there was two David J games, an Oni game, and this will be an Arun game. And David even has some extra backup rounds as well that I don't think I allocated yet. So we might have enough to be able to construct a full front end and back end of Franken pack, but I will need to look at the list of things, look at the list of rounds that are still there, and see if that is actually possible. Look at the names in VC. What do you mean? Look at the names in VC. They're okay. Sure. Okay then. Why have we got the mystery machine going on over there? I have no idea. But sure, you do you, boo. Stop changing your names, because I'm seeing lots of things happening in the auditing channel. I shouldn't need to be bothering with that while I'm streaming, but I do need to get the screen shared in Discord so we get this game underway. They would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for Matt. Right, last chance to get into the lobby, although I think it is still technically open when I do pick our player. So it's going to pick one player who is definitely in this game, in the hot seat. They then get to decide who joins them for the main game. So have a think about who you might want to pair up with from those that are still in Big End at the moment. Those are the ones that are wanting to play the hot seat game tonight. And let's pick our main player for tonight. Prey! It's time to defend your championship! It's time to defend the championship belt! The 5 Minutes to Fortune Championship is being challenged by Prey once again. Hello!
What is happening?
Well, you did say "what the" when you joined my stream right at the beginning.
What is happening? Oh my god!
How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Are you sure you're fine?
This game just has it in for me. It's like, oh, you won last time. Now I'm gonna break you.
Well, this time I've got lots of dutes available for you.
Yeah, I heard.
So
Ash is the game revolting because the color of money the stars have aligned.
yeah, this very much is my get your own back moment, isn't it?
Oh, we were just talking about Dave Benson Phillips as well in Watch Along.
So, Prey, you've obviously done this dance before. You have actually beaten the hourglass. Do you think you can beat it a second time in a row?
If I do, it'll be a miracle. Because I think, well, we got so close to crashing out last time because we got 2,991, if I recall correctly, with myself and Tipster. But with 250,000
Yep.
on the line now.
Yep.
Oh, this is it's definitely changed it because that emergency stop is going to be even more crucial.
Very much
because
so.
it's like 6k every tick or something like that.
It's going around just over 1,000 dukes a second.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is going to be fun.
It will be fun, but you do need to bring someone else on this ride. So, from these that are still up here, who would you like to bring along in tonight's game?
Would you find it funny if it's already been decided who's coming?
I wouldn't find it funny because you decided last time already. So, who's it going to be?
Is this stress revenge for the
Give me the other
crap
person
or
who's
the
doing the
clusterfuck?
who's doing the spreadsheet that didn't fucking happen in the column of your game. I'll have Oni, please.
Oh, Oni! Hello there.
Yeah, what?
We did not actually think this was gonna happen, like,
How did this
at
happen?
all.
I mean, I pointed the magnets in the right way. I hope they all...
God's sakes, man.
So Prey is a veteran of this game and has completed it. And obviously only you authored the previous pack. But you are going to be facing off against Arun's questions in some form or another. How do you fancy your chances here, Oni?
This is my first time properly playing outright, really. So, yeah, this is going to
wrong game, Oni.
I know. I wait for you to say it. Well done, have a biscuit. So, I mean, it's well that both of us have a cursed game, because I'm always cursed to play the paired games of 1,000 Heartbeats. You can play all of these, mate.
Now, before we start the game proper, you now need to make a decision as to what role you would like to play. Because with 5 Minutes to Fortune, if you're not familiar with the game out there in the audience, there are two sides to the coin. There is the game player. They play the majority of the games and have to answer the questions to stop the hourglass from draining. There is also the timekeeper. They allocate time for the game player to play their games, and it's up to them to allocate just enough time to let them play the game without the hourglass turning and draining some money. For you in the audience, you are kind of playing both roles simultaneously in a hybrid format. You will be making your predictions on each round as to how much time you think the players will need. And that will, if you go over that, then some money will be taken from your own personal bank. But also in the games themselves, you can answer the questions freely to get yourself some guarantee doots. It's 1,000 for each answer you can make correctly before our players can give the answer themselves. So for you in the audience, there is a guarantee side of things, but there's also the at-risk potential 50,000 doots if you can make your predictions as wise as possible. Oni and Prey, what are you going to be doing? Who's taking what role?
Now, I actually sort of imagined that if this was going to happen and me and Prey were going to be in the same group, I think what he's going to be doing is he's going to be picking me up and just using me as a battering ram to get rid of all the shit that he doesn't like. Am I correct in my assumption?
Oni's the game player, I'm the timekeeper.
Told ya.
So Prey is our one-times champ, his timekeeper, the good name, and the game player
I couldn't help it.
is Mr. Stats Bloke. And again, this is still not alphabetically ordered, but at least type in to autocomplete and find you there. So you two have
Unfortunately,
now
it changed from my original idea of being Stat Twat 2000.
Yeah, no. Let's get on into the game. And there are all of our audience players with their full allocations in the game. You all start with 50,000 doots and 5 minutes to allocate across 5 different minigames. For you, Oni and Prey, you start with 250,000 doots and 5 minutes to allocate across 5 individual minigames. Good luck.
Well, considerably richer than you.
So, good luck. And let's play 5 Minutes to Fortune tonight. Okay, your first thing to look at is the category board. So, the 7 categories you're playing with tonight are Music Mad, Globetrotter, Trivia Junkie, Telly Addict, Science Geek, Bookworm, and Sports Nut. Now, Prey, you, the timekeeper, are going to be the one allocating the rounds that Oni will be playing. So you've got to sort of get into his mindset as to what kind of rounds he'd like to play, and also think about what you need to keep a hold in reserve for the end, because you'll be playing a top 10 of one of these categories at the end. So, Prey, what do you think Oni would like to play first?
Before you get into my mind, wash your hands first.
Honestly, mate, that's a realm I'd rather not go into.
Correct, select
boy.
again.
I know there are definitely ones on here I do not want left, and I do see one I do want left. So think we're gonna get one of the ones I don't want here out of the way. Only I apologize if you don't like this. We're gonna go Bookworm.
I thought you were gonna do that.
You're gonna go with Bookworm. Okay.
Get it out the way early. Like,
yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to be going through most of these and all of them if we've got an emergency game, so it's a good idea. Yeah.
All right then. So for game number 1, Bookworm, let's go over the rules of the game. Only you'll be shown well-known titles of novels where the words of that title have been jumbled up. This is the colour-sensitive one.
Colorized, excellent. Hey, look, there's green in that game.
You must.
How does it feel like?
Shut up. You must put the words in order, answering the colours that they are written in. So, for this example, you need to respond with green. Oh, it's in the same order, apparently.
It's not
green,
okay.
yellow, pink for girl girl, woman, other. It's done it again, back to back, which is kind of weird. I don't know why.
Beans means Heinz, baby.
Beans means Heinz, very much so. Oh, goodness me. Why do I even bother? Right, so that's what you need to do, and also in chat you will also be doing that in Hackbox. Now in a moment we're going to be unlocking your time allocations. Submit the allocations on your Hackbox device either as a number of seconds, whole number, or you can do minutes, seconds in that form as well. So 1:00 means 60 seconds. Remember, you have to use enough time for just this one game, and there are a total of 5 games. If you don't allocate any time and I move on, we'll just allocate you whatever you have left over as an average. So, based on the rules of the game there, Prey, how much time do you think Oni will need to complete 5?
So when this was picked for me in game 4, I like that. When this was picked for me in game 4, I felt like me personally, I needed a little bit more time on this one. But for Oni, I feel like he could potentially get these ones out quite quickly. But saying that, I think what I'm gonna do here is when see that disappear.
Oh, you can give me a time.
I can give you a time.
Yeah.
55 seconds, please.
55 seconds. We will do that for you then. And that has been locked in. And thank you for that follow there. Who was the follow? MEH4N. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Looking on my Twitch stream preview, it's looking a bit jittery. Is everybody else's stream looking okay right now, or is it as jittery as my preview window is? Might be because I'm just running lots of stuff right now. Looks fine. Okay, I'll ignore what I'm seeing as it's stuttering.
The stream did look fine before we got the player
fine.
pick. Everything looked fine.
That's fine. It's just I'm being very very very, very careful about things because it seems to be running 5 different encodes tonight, which it wasn't doing previously.
You were only running 3, weren't you?
I was previously running 3, but I'm running 5 tonight from the looks of things. So my GPU is doing a lot more work than it would have been doing otherwise. So might be that's causing it. But anyway, it could be I'm just running lots of stuff. Oni, 55 seconds. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty much in the ballpark where I was going to do it. I didn't like the look of Bookworm as a category, but it's in probably the nicest. It's probably one of the nicest round formats it could be.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying as well.
I remember this one kind of kicking my ass when I did it at 1,000 heartbeats. So that's because you get punished for wrong answers and you don't hear, so it's easier to brute force.
Very much so.
And book titles, I should be able to know them, but it's a rune, and they're all going to be from before 1980. So,
wow. Okay then. Let's have a look to see what the audience think on this one. Okay then. Pretty much on the money on the average there. Average of
that's
55 seconds.
That is fantastic.
Minimum time of 30 seconds. Maximum that has been allocated by someone is 1 minute and 30. So yeah, on the average, they are having exactly the same amount of faith as Prey has. So it looks to be a promising number, but we shall see. It is time for game number 1. So please take your positions.
I'll be over here in the corner.
Speaking.
Oh right, virtually speaking.
And
enjoy your biscuits.
As you do take your position there, Prey, behind the big button that will appear on your Hackbox device in a moment, you have the ability to emergency stop at any point in this game, but you can only use it the once. If you think a game is going south and you want to stop it prematurely to stop a drain, hit that button and it will stop the game. But obviously there will be repercussions afterwards for doing said thing. And remember, you can only use it the once. Everybody else in the audience, get ready to submit to Hackbox your answers. Keep the stream window open because that is what's going to show the questions. Oni, as a reminder for you, you just need to work out the titles of novels. You have 55 seconds to do that in. At 10 seconds, the hourglass will start to turn. At 0, the hourglass will start to drain, and will continue to do so until you give me 5 correct answers, or if Prey decides to emergency stop. If the button is hit, no. If the button is hit, your previous allocation carries over to the next round, much like it will do so with our hot seat players. So it does exactly the same thing. Right, Oni, are you ready to play?
Yep, I reckon so.
Okay, just getting my shit together as well. And if you are ready, then let's play.
Game 1. Bookworm.
Green, pink, yellow, red, black.
Correct. 4 to go.
Green, yellow, pink, green, white, blue.
Correct. 3 to go.
Pink, white, blue, red, black, green.
Correct. 2 to go.
Black, pink, yellow, black, green. Yellow, black, green. Oh, pink. Bollocks.
Hourglass is turning. 1 more to go.
Oh, green, yellow, pink,
Hourglass is draining.
white, blue, red, black, green, yellow, pink.
Stop the drain!
Yeah, there we go.
I got confused with the letters. I got confused with Solomon Fountain's code. I kept on saying green repeatedly. So could have had an all clear, but
You nearly had a perfect clear.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. You just dipped into the hourglass slightly at the end there. That last one, yeah, was a bit of a doozy, wasn't it? Let me have a look on my my list there.
I've written
why I'm no
questions
longer
on why I'm no
talking to
longer
white
talking to
people
white people
about
about
race. That was the title there. Yeah, hell of a title that. Which does mean we've got 10 other titles that have gone unused, so we can reuse those for a future pack potentially. No passes. You just went straight through, so nothing else to speak about that, but we did lose some cash. So, how much have we lost from the hourglass?
it's a war of attrition. You're going to lose.
Oh, the
a bit.
dude's there! Yeah!
Oh yes,
That's the other thing I added in as a
all.
3D model as well. 10,800.
It is a 3D model, I've just noticed.
dudes.
Yes.
So if you've got suggestions, Sunnycat, please send them to the Discord because they're going to get lost in Twitch chat and I will forget. If they go on Discord, at least I'll remember that they're there. But yes, you lost 10,802, which in the grand scheme of things isn't actually that much.
That's
because
mega.
Still left
That's
is
really good.
239,198 dudes.
Yeah!
And there's a thing, we've saved 5 seconds for use later. So
there
that
you
could
go.
be useful.
It could be useful. A very good start there. Prey, how are you feeling after round one's performance there from Oni?
Did a lot better than what I could have done. I'll tell you that. I'm glad I did not take that on.
Okay.
But to nail that with only losing 10k in a 250k game is mega. That is like really good.
That is not bad at all. Let's have a look at the audience leaderboard to see where they're currently sitting. Now, the totals you're seeing here are not their grand totals. This is what they still have in their hourglass, along with how much they still have in their time allocation. At the top, we do have some 50,000s because they allocated a bit more than a minute, and obviously they didn't dip into their hourglass at all. And then it starts to drip a bit after ABME and onwards. But the worst player currently is still on a decent total of 42,359 dudes. They do still have 4.5 minutes to allocate for the next 4 games. So could work out in their favour in the next few rounds. So that's the current standings.
Toot had faith in me.
Toot had faith in you, yes.
Toot had faith.
Went with 4
Why?
minutes and 25 still left of the clock, so 35 seconds of allocated time there for the round. But that's only round 1. We've still got 4 more to do. We go back to the category board, and Prey, what do you think for round number 2?
Yes, round number 2. I think it's clear what I'm leaving.
Just for those playing along at home, I guess. Which is the one you want to leave?
The one I normally leave for myself is Sports Nut.
Okay.
That is sort
I
of...
was immediately going in. I knew that was what you was going to do. So
What do you expect? Mind you, this is Arun we're talking about here.
I'd be good at cricket, mate.
Round number 2. Where do we want to go here?
Round number 2, I think we're going to go for Globetrotter.
Ooh, yes, please.
Okay, Globetrotter for Oni. So, in this round, let's go over the rules. Oni, you'll be shown a series of stamps in the 5 minutes of Fortune Passport.
Glorious!
Each stamp will feature the name of a city, and each of those cities is given in the largest in the country for its population.
Oh, it's like what I did, but with second largest.
Yeah,
oh, excellent.
So the example we have here is we've got a stamp for Mumbai. You need to respond with the name of the country that was visited. In this case, the answer is India. So
I was going to say Belgium. Damn it.
It's as simple as that. Now we come to the time allocation type. I need to update that. I forgot that that's a thing that needs to be updated on future rounds. That is a slight bug. There you go.
There we go.
So, Prey, how much time do you think Oni will need to get 5 stamps correct?
Yeah, that one with the second largest cities, we had the perfect allocation for that. This one is with the largest, so I feel like it could be a little bit on the easier side. On this. So what I think I'm going to do here is allocate, let's see, 45 seconds.
45 seconds of time. I'll just give Halo and Opsy a little chance. I think Mark might have gone AFK. Halo and Opsy, that's a chance to get an allocation in, otherwise we'll allocate to you with the average. There we go. They have come in on that. So, 45 seconds is going in.
I have faith.
And that has been locked in. Oni, 45 seconds. What do you think?
I would have given myself 45.
You give yourself 45?
Because I don't know.
Okay, hello.
I
Okay,
don't know how difficult because it's one of those ones that you don't know how obscure the opening countries are going to be.
Well, I mean, how many countries are there in the world?
196
United States,
so.
Mexico, Panama.
I'm not singing the song every single time. We're going to need more than 45 seconds for that. And half the countries in that song don't fucking exist anymore.
That's also true, yeah. There have been some amendments.
Yeah, that is true.
What do you mean Kampuchea isn't right?
So 45 seconds is on the clock. What did the audience think here? Oh
my God.
About the same, slightly longer on average, 47 seconds on the average clock. Minimum clock of just 30 seconds again, with a maximum of only 1 minute and 2. So they all have a lot of faith here in Oni's ability to identify cities and countries.
I'm going to hurt Danny in a minute.
It's kind of my thing, isn't it?
I'm gonna hurt him in a minute.
You're gonna have a buzz for that, Danny.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in the Oni, and of course
Correct again.
Of course, I got called out by Joe Hendry not too long ago.
Not bitter at all, are you?
The worst thing is I've got a 2-liter bottle of Iron Brew next to me.
Well, while you go dive into that, let's take your positions.
Don't put down like the bottle on top of the emergency stop. Bad things will happen.
Don't go short-circuiting the buzzer or anything. So, Oni, as a reminder, you need to identify the country. I heard the unscrewing there of the cap. You have 45 seconds on the clock. Again, at 10 seconds, the hourglass will start to turn at 0. It will start to drain. Audience players, get ready on your Hackbox devices to answer the questions that will appear on stream. Oni, are you ready?
I mean, he jokes, but I did drink an entire bottle of Iron Brew today, so let's go.
Good lad.
Let's go.
Here we go, and let's play.
Game 2, Globetrotter.
Vietnam.
Correct, 4 to go.
Morocco.
Correct, 3 to go.
Tanzania.
Correct, 2 to go.
Colombia.
correct. 1 to go. I need to fix that font.
Nigeria, thanks very much.
Stop the game!
For God's sakes, man! Oh my word!
I mean, talk about acing the game there. But the thing is, you don't get that time back. You've allocated that time out of the game now. So that's 22 seconds you could have had on a future round.
I'm
So,
with Mr. Vertigo here. What time boss are you catching?
you used,
I think it's not got. I think it's got a year. There'll be some time travel involved in this shit. I'm going to be honest.
you used a total of 23 seconds, meaning literally everyone in the audience has wasted time as well. No one has lost any
I'm sorry
cash.
for being too good.
There's nothing to go over. There are no passes. It was all perfect answers, which means you still have 239,198 in the hourglass.
After 2 games!
Well then.
The problem is you're giving me faith that I'm about to let down very soon.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Ah,
Do
Pray.
you know me?
Pray, how are you feeling right now?
That was insane.
It was insane.
Mate, you should have Widdicom'd it.
The thing is,
I should have, yeah.
I think is, I saw 45 seconds come in, and I thought, I'm pretty certain I would have allocated Alex 30 seconds on that. I would have gone lower because I know that he knows
debating.
his countries. I know he knows his geography.
Yeah, I was sort of debating it, but I decided to play on the better. You're getting Widdicom'd every round from here on in, but I'm just gonna say that right now, mate.
Enjoy your crash out, fam.
But yeah, I mean, you can't fault the performance, but you can fault the timekeeping, I suppose, is the way you can
thanks.
really talk about that. But let's have a look at the audience leaderboard. Of course, none of the cash values have changed. Those are still all the same. Time obviously has been reduced down a bit. But yeah, you may have shifted in order, potentially, depending on how much time you have remaining, because it'll order that in the second sorting metric. But Suyu and Ralph are currently at the top of the board with 50,000 still in the hourglass, and they've got 3 minutes and 10 and 3 minutes on their respective clocks still in the game. And thank you for the follow there, Radiant. Appreciate the follow there. So it's all going rather well after game number 2. Let's continue on to game number 3.
5 minutes to a fortune, any percent. The clock is still going. Right, so... Oh, game 3.
Yes, game number 3.
Right, we're going to Major Charles Ingram this. Science...
No, we are not. Clive and Stad could get away with it on the test game because it was a test game.
I know. I think... I'm genuinely not sure how Oni is on music. Or on telly. Now, if an alcohol category was here, then you would ace it. I'd put up 25 seconds.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I wonder why we don't have a category that promotes alcoholism. I wonder why.
Oh man!
Is this by way of saying that I need to do bullseye for game night?
I'm not saying that at all, no. And for game night, I was over on Ben's side of things, so yeah, go for it.
I meant Q&L, bollocks.
You've had one too many, mate. You need to stop. I've
only had one.
If anything, he needs more.
So I'm trying to think if I potentially pick one that I feel that Oni's not too great on. And sort of get it out the way, and then if emergency stop is used, then we'll use it. Mm-hmm. Said I'm not too sure on how he is on it, but I think I'm gonna pick Music Mad.
Music Mad.
I'm really good at music, mate. I'm really good at it.
Widdicombe incoming.
Piss off.
Shush, shush, shush. You can be influencing time allocations here, so shush, shush. Oni, let's go over the rules. You will be shown groups of words giving clues to the titles of UK #1 singles since 2010, but only if you can work out the opposite or reverse association of the words. So, for this example, we have the phrase fail in, to which you should be responding with Pass Out. That is the name of the UK #1 single since 2010. Pass Out. So you just need to reverse everything, and that's what you need to try and find out. And you know it's a rune, so there's going to be some wonderful music in here. So it's going to say waiting for Mark, but waiting for Godot. I should probably change it to that. You still have 3 minutes and 20 left on the clock to allocate across 3 games. Pray, what are you thinking here?
So I joked about the Widdicombe. I'm not actually going to do it. I think for this, I'm going to just kind of even out that clock. And what I'm going to... No, not 20 seconds. Not 20 seconds. I mean, I'm just going to get it down to a nice 2 minutes and 30. So I would like 50 seconds.
You'd like 50 seconds on the clock for this round, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that then. And that is locked in. So you're still actually kind of ahead of schedule here, with the average being 1 minute per game. Only 50 seconds. Do you think you can do that?
Now, you did say he's got good music here, and then you also said that it's #1s after it's UK #1 singles after 2010, and both of those things kind of cancel each other out. Modern stuff's gonna be if it was 90s or 2000 stuff, I'll be well in, but this is gonna be a little bit more trickier. I think we should be fine with 50. I think we should be fine.
Okay.
We got plenty of time. We got plenty of money in the hourglass as well, so I think we can afford to let it drain, but not too much. Not too much.
And to be fair, it was around about 2007 that I just declared most modern music to be shit. That sort of stayed there until Uptown Funk came along. So.
My in chat says the question writer saying this one's fun is terrifying. I think they might be in trouble. But Arun then quickly replying with, I'm down with the kids.
I'm down with the kids.
And probably going to say, he's hip and all happening.
He knows all of the popular beat combos.
Let's have a look to see what the audience thinks for this game. Oh, about the same again. Though the minimum is very low, 25 seconds someone is allocating here, so that's a very bold strategy. Average of 52, maximum going back to 1 minute and 30 again, so nothing drastic must be said, all kind of within the sensible ballpark of 5 minutes to a fortune.
Someone's mega Widdicombe.
Don't bring into my consciousness. Don't bring into consciousness a mega Widdicombe. We can't even stand a regular Widdicombe.
Instead of a mega pole, it's a mega Widdicombe.
Mega Widdicombe.
Oh my god.
How can you be double racist?
Mega or
God,
mecha? Oh my god.
Both at the same
mega
time.
spin. Let's just take our positions, shall we?
So yeah, you know how
Mecha Widdicombe.
You know how whenever we do All Clued Up and I do Top of the Pops, and it's always from like a certain year, there's a reason why they're all in the 90s, mate. Because they're the ones I know.
So,
okay,
as a reminder only, you'll need to identify the UK #1 singles. You know how the drill works with the game. Once it hits 0, it starts draining. I'm not going to keep repeating that over and over again. Audience, get ready in Hackbox to answer. And if you're ready, Oni, are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay, then let's play.
Game 3, Music Mad.
Happy I stayed. Happy you stayed, sorry. Happy you stayed? Oh, glad you stayed. Glad you came.
Glad you came, yes. 4 to go.
There we go. Okay. Wellerman.
Correct, 3 to go.
That's beautiful. Club will floor me? No. Heart will floor me? Pass. Angry. No, pass. Coffee. Tea. No, pass. Oh, no. On the floor.
Correct. 2 to go.
Pass.
That is draining.
Bridge over to water.
Correct. 1 to go.
The slow sleep. No, the slow song. Lazy song.
There it is. Stop the
Bruno Mars, there
drain.
Oh,
That wasn't too bad.
that wasn't
That
too
wasn't
bad.
Not bad at all, though we did dip into the hourglass and he did have to make a couple of passes along the way, though. Some very, very clever puns in there. But yeah, possibly a bit hard to
Iller
find.
Woman was
The
spot
Iller
on.
Woman with a
That
well man was very clever.
Arun, that was beautiful. Like, I have to say. Brilliant.
Now, let's have a look to see what you missed.
I wonder if
there,
I
what
can
you
get
passed
these,
on.
because I wasn't too sure on some of these.
All right, then, let's go. So we've got Spade Can Door You. What do you think about that?
Club can't handle me.
Club
I got it
Can't
now.
Handle Me is correct, yes. Next, we've got Polite.
So I can't. That one.
Just
I can't.
rude.
Yeah,
Oh,
This is
Rude.
rude.
oh, that's right.
There.
That song's genuinely awful. Of course, I didn't get it.
Rude in chat. Next, we've got Americano.
Yeah, this one was.
Is that going to be We Know Speak Americano?
No.
that
It
wasn't
is still
the
a
one, was
coffee.
it?
We are looking for espresso.
Nah.
And finally, we've got Twist Episode.
Stick series? No.
You're very close, actually. Stick Season.
Oh!
Stick Season looking for there, not series.
I think there was one more as well that I dropped early. And then I got it a bit. I got it sort of after the fact. I think I missed another.
Well,
Did you?
there are only 4 there that you passed off, and that was it. So let's see how much you did drain from the hourglass. And not bad at all.
That's really good.
Wow, that's
That's really good.
11,330 has been drained from the hourglass, which leaves you now with 227,868.
Oh my god! After 3.
After 3 games, that is a pretty good total, must be said.
It's now just dawned on me that a top 10 is coming.
It's certainly
Oh,
looming
no.
on the horizon. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge if we get to the end of game number 5 here. Let's have a look at the audience leaderboard. Ranging from 37,737 all the way up to Ralph with 50,000 is the only one
Go on,
still with a
Ralph.
full hourglass, but with only 1 minute and 50 left to allocate across 2 games. So it's sort of behind schedule, as it were, rather than ahead of schedule. But depends on how the final 2 games play out, and also potentially if there's an emergency stop somewhere in there as well. Ralph has underestimated Oni's abilities, certainly at the cost of your time, but not in the cost of your hourglass right now. So we will see how that plays out for you. But
I've just noticed in this game we are basically praising the people who have the least faith in them.
it is a weird kind of balance to it, isn't it? But yeah, Ralph, Amy, and Matt are currently our top 3 on the board with 50,000, 49,651 and 49,651. But Amy ekes out the lead on time with 2 minutes and 10 versus Matt's 1 minute and 35. That's not much time you've got left, Matt. Make it count. Let's go over to game number 4 of 5. Prey, we're back to you for the decision.
Definitely one I want off the board, because I do not want this for the top 10.
Okay.
Now, whether Oni is good on this is yet to be seen. Science Geek.
Science Geek. Okay, we will go to the Science Geek. And it's going to be a lovely set of questions, because you know Rune with his science. So...
Yeah, I was the way to say Arun's in. This is the Rune pack, so science is here.
Okay, so Oni, you will be given a clue and a series of letters. To work out the name of the scientific terms, you must change each letter to the next one along in the alphabet. So,
That one.
the example we have here is G, D, K, H, T, L. You just need to shift them one further in the alphabet to spell out H, E, L, I, U, M for the word helium, which is here. We've given you the clue of noble gas, but they're all going to be in the domain of science in some description, but it is all just shifting by one letter. An additional note, if we go to the end of the alphabet, Z rolls on to A. Just adding that as an extra note. So that is Science Geek. Prey, what do you think? How much time do you think Oni will need out of 230?
So much time.
You've got quite a bit of time. So you're kind of ahead of schedule here. So you can afford to use a bit more time.
Well, the interesting thing is I could genuinely split this in half and go a minute 15 for both games. But I think this one is... you're just shifting the alphabet one across, and once you get a few letters, you might just be able to just go like that, and you'll be able to get it. Mm-hmm. I think for the first time in this game, we're going to go bang on average. 1 minute.
Exactly 60 seconds on the clock is what you're going for,
60 seconds.
I need you to stop. You said you were getting in my mind. You really are in my mind, mate. Because that is
you were
exactly.
Give yourself a minute, weren't you?
Because my reason for it is it's a more quicker game, and we haven't had a proper ball breaker yet. So give me 90 seconds for that one, if it comes up.
Thank you for the follow there, Annie Kiki. Appreciate that. Oh, where are all these follows coming from? I'm very curious, but appreciate.
You're not getting follow button again, are you?
Well, they haven't come in all in one go this time round, so I don't think there's a follow bots, but we'll see. But we're going to allocate a 1 minute, which will leave 1 minute 30 for the final game. That is in, and only obviously you said. Get out of my mind palace. So you're in agreement on this 1 minute then?
Yeah, and in a game like this, it doesn't really matter what the category would be, because it's about transition and seeing if you can work out what the ending is going to be halfway through working it out. That's where the speed comes from. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll be good at this one. I think I will.
I don't feel bad about it, SB. It's just I'm obviously very hyper aware of odd things occurring that don't normally follow the course of a stream. So me getting 3 followers in one stream doesn't normally happen. So I'm obviously a bit on edge when things happen like that, because I know follow bots exist and stuff. You don't need to be feeling sorry about that or feeling bad about that, SB, at all. It's just, that's on me. Anyway, 1 minute is what we've allocated here. What do the audience think?
Oh my god!
Basically, they are thinking literally the same thing. 59 seconds on average, a minimum time of 30 seconds, a maximum. Some of them apparently have a bit more time to work with. 1 minute and 35 has been allocated on the maximum clock in the audience. So, you're all a bunch of mind readers, apparently. Well,
I can't say that I'm closed-minded after this, can I?
Well, then,
you are an open book, mate.
We shall then take our positions.
Best of luck.
No wonder I'm shit at poker.
Horse or laminator? Oh goodness me! Before I make that a game.
No, we're not doing that. No.
All I heard was do.
So
no, just
do or
just
do not.
It's
there is
it.
no try. So Oni, you need to work out the scientific terms. You've got 60 seconds on the clock to work with. I'm not going to say any more than that. You know how the game works. Audience, get ready on Hackbox. Oni,
12 seconds apart. 12 seconds apart won't let you down. Let's go.
You ready to play? Okay, let's play.
Game 4, Science Geek.
Human organ.
Appendix.
Correct. 4 to go.
Laboratory glassware.
Correct.
Correct. 3 to go.
Subatomic particle.
Neuron. Neutron, even, sorry.
Correct. 2 to go.
Taxonomic rank.
Phylum.
Correct. 1 to go.
Transition metal.
Platinum.
Stop the game! On 22 again!
Oh my god!
What another excellent performance there. Not a single mistake apart from your neuron, but we'll let that slide.
Yeah.
And still 22 seconds after the clock, so you only used 38 seconds of your allocation there.
I did like how you said, with you, man. It's kind of like in like the early World Cups where Germany beat a side 10-0 and they go, there could be some holes in their defence.
Oh, Ralph is definitely making the point up. I shouldn't be congratulating them. They wasted 22 seconds. It is very valuable time. But I mean,
those seconds will be important if we need them.
if you need them in round number 5, in game number 5.
We have a minute and a half.
So nothing was drained from the hourglass, which means it is still 227,868.
Jesus Christ!
This is
You're getting scared now.
hell of a performance after game number 4. So Oni, sorry, I was going to say Prey actually. The top 10 is coming ever closer.
It's really coming close to me. I'm now beginning to worry because I have a feeling this game is going to pure and simply rest on me, and I don't know how I'm going to perform in in the top 10 when it gets here.
Wow.
I've just got to not get in my own head about it.
Prey, regardless of how the game ends, it will always rest on you because you're the one that has to do the top 10.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
So if you think about it that way, it doesn't matter how well I do. You'll be fine.
Your job is just to leave you with enough money in the hourglass to get me through 5.
Big Dukes at stake
Basically,
here. It is indeed a midget on the internet. If we go the audience leaderboard, I mean, it's pretty much all the same still. Ralph's still on the top, 50,000 Dukes with 1 minute, so it's back on schedule with their allocation. Then AB Me in second place with 49,651 with 1 minute and 15 still to allocate. And we've got SB there with 49,196 and 1 minute and 10 still to allocate. Who's got the most time? I think Connor has the person in last place actually. No, sorry, Flyboy.
201.
We've got 215. Flyboy has the most time still to play with. 2 minutes and 15 seconds for one more game. And you've got 39,821 to play with.
Just over 10k drain. That's really good, actually.
That's not bad at all, actually, the drain rate in all of the games currently going on right now. But we do have one more game to play.
I really am the people's champion.
And it is game number 5. No, time will not carry over after round 5, so you may as well allocate anything you've still got right now. It doesn't do it automatically, which is an interesting. So if you did want to be that brazen and not allocate all your time, you technically can. I wouldn't advise it, though, because after game 5, it doesn't matter. Prey. You do get to make the decision here on game number 5. You still have your emergency stop as well.
I know, which is the crazy thing, but using it now on this game, if it seriously goes south and then have it picking sports not after that would be heartbreaking. I think for this one, it's Trivia Junkie. I'm going to leave Teleadic and Sportsnut.
Okay, Trivia Junkie it shall be for Oni. So the rules of this round, Oni, you will be shown... sorry, for Trivia Junkie, I was about to read the wrong one. Oni, you must recognise a phrase or expression from only the numbers and initial letters of the words. So, our example here is 7D of the W. You need to expand it out to its full phrase, in which case the answer here that you should give is 7 days of the week. That is what you need to do. Twitch chats, or should I say Hackbox players, you will need to give the phrase in its entirety correctly spelled with the numbers as numbers. Don't try and make them as words because it won't count that as a correct phrase, I believe. So be careful of that. So 1 minute and 30 left on the clock is what you will be allocating. I'm just going to get that sort of ready to go, but I will leave the audience an option to allocate whatever they want to do right now. The thing is, if I automate this process, it will automatically lock in with the average of what is left of the clock, which is
Yeah.
just 1 round's worth. So it would be exactly how much you need. So I can technically automate this process by just calling the method very quickly.
Yeah,
but
the crazy thing is to have 1:30 going into game 5. Like,
This is one of those rounds that you.
it is one of
need
those
that.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as well with the one that I did at this one, a lot of these are either you get them off the bat or you don't. So I think my passings, if I don't know them, I've got time to think it out. It's just when do I pass? That's when it gets really interesting. That's the real difficulty here.
So let's do the allocation there. And lock in your remaining 1 minute and 30 for this final round. And the audience, well, their average is slightly lower at 1 minute and 17, a minimum of 40, a maximum of 2:15. So yeah,
There's Flyboys 2:15.
yeah, you're gonna get the dredges at the end, so it kind of skews it a bit, but that's just how it goes, I suppose. As we sort of, we join ourselves all the way back out to 0 at the end.
I mean, at least we're not saying time allocation is broken and it's int max.
Right, for game number 5, let's take our positions. And Oni, you just need to work out the well-known phrase. You've got 1 minute and 30 on the clock. At 0, the hourglass will start to drain. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you're ready then, let's play.
Game 5, Trivia Junkie.
10 TIHAY.
10 things I hate about you.
Correct, 4 to go.
4 NB.
4 non-blondes.
Correct, 3 to go.
39B of the OT.
Ooh, pass.
15M on a DMC.
Pass.
5C in her H.
5 colours in the hair.
Correct, 2 to go.
9.5 W.
9.5 weeks.
Correct,
Naughty
1 to
only
go.
for knowing this.
3M and a B.
It's not 3 men in a bed. No. Thank you. Pass.
88K on a GP.
Oh, 88 keys on the grand piano.
Stop the game!
Is that the first time that all 5 games have been completed without the use of the emergency stop?
Correct.
Oh my!
And 3? Yeah, 3 that have not done any drain whatsoever.
Oh my god! I've got over 200. I've just got under 230k to play with. Oh my! I've got over 3 minutes here.
This is one hell of a performance.
And now it
right
just
now.
settles in. What the fuck did I just do?
What you just
earth?
did is you completed that round in less than a minute. You did it in 51 seconds. You did get a couple of passes in there. We'll go over those in a moment. But and one of them, you were basically correct, but you didn't give me the right word, so I couldn't accept it.
That's
It was your flippant answer, in fact. But anyway,
we had that much time left. We could have.
You did have that much time. But also, there's the audience game going on as well, so you've got to think about them. Let's go over the answers that you missed. So we have 39B of the OT. That is, of course, an Arun special. Books of the Old Testament. The next one we've got is 15M on a DMC, not DMC, our fellow here in the community, but DMC of a dead man's chest. It's 15 men on a dead man's chest.
Right, okay. I was thinking, what calendars have 15 months?
Special ones. And finally, 3M in a B is 3 men in the boat.
3 men in the boat, of course it is. Of course it is.
You got 3 men in her, you just didn't get the boat. That was all. You missed the boat. The speedboat, it's always a boat. There's always a boat in the 11 a.m. club.
But the
boat manifest.
boat manifest. But the bed would have made a better book.
Yes, you're right. So, with 39 seconds still on the clock, the hourglass did not drain. Means your total is still 227,868 dudes. Oh my god. And Oni, your job is now done.
Oh no.
But I've got the zoomies. What do I do with them?
Well, you can use those to choose a category in a moment for Prey. But Prey, the top 10 is around the corner. How are you feeling currently?
Nervous as anything.
Nervous as anything. Well,
because the thing is, the 5 games set up the timekeeper for that 10, and watching that.
Yeah.
It's watching that timer in the bottom corner go from 227 potentially down to 0 is going to be heartbreaking. It's that one episode.
It's going to be racing at just over 1,000 doots a second. It's going to be.
My advice: put your hand over the count.
Oh yeah, just
put your hand over the count and throw out as many different answers as you can. Don't and ah it. Just throw out as much as you can because something's got to stick.
You don't do
anything.
While you're doing some breathing exercises, let's have a look at the audience leaderboard to see where they are going in to the final. And look at that. We do have someone on for a maximum tonight. Ralph, you did apparently the perfect game in terms of allocations. You have the full 50,000 still in the hourglass with no more time to spare. AB means in second place with 49,651. And SB is in third place with 49,196. As we go all the way down to, I mean, some people didn't allocate all their time. Some kept 45 seconds around, thinking it's going to give them some money back. It doesn't. That time is now wasted entirely.
Wait, hold on. Natter still has a minute and only lost 9 grand.
What the hell?
They just did some very good allocations. What can I say? The worst performance in the audience is only a loss of 13,000 or so. Or 12,200 and something.
I've decided to stand up for this.
That's the worst performance in the audience. So there's still massive doots on offer on this final round, and of course you still got your 220,000 doots to play with. So
Prey. Before we're going, couple of pointers. Don't and ah. Just throw out any words, any names that you can think of, because doing that, even if you're just throwing out names, you're actually doing something and not like killing the clock by going and ah.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually decided to stand up for this. It's not very often I do that.
Okay,
mate. When I was in the final of Duel, that's what I did.
Let's go over to the category board for the final time. And we turn to Oni to make the decision here between Teleaddict and Sportsnut for Prey to play. Which shall it be?
Knowing Arun, it's probably going to be something that's not quite what Prey thinks, but he's got enough time. He's got enough shots at the cherry. Mm-hmm. He wants Sportsnut. He's going to have Sportsnut, mate. He did really well for me, so I'm going to do really well for him. Good luck, mate.
Sportsnuts, yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Sportsnut it shall be. So for the final round, it is a top 10. Think Tenable out there for those that have never seen this before. It's basically like Tenable. Prey, you need to find 5 of the top 10 answers to stop the hourglass and take your winnings home. The hourglass will immediately start turning as soon as the question has been read out, and of course after 10 seconds it will start draining. Please give your answers one at a time for me to mark individually. Yep. I'll either reveal it on the board as correct or buzz it as wrong in either case. In the audience, your game is now done. It is now locked in. All you can do now in the audience is watch on your Hackbox device as your cash tumbles down. Yeah, it's that fun.
I'll chat, I will try my best.
You are currently...
Now, the thing is,
try my best.
As bad as it could be for you, remember, you have a power to stop it. They don't.
Yes. So, in a moment, audience players, you will see your grand total as it is currently right now, which is what you still have in the hourglass, plus any guaranteed doots. The guaranteed dutes are definitely guaranteed. You may drain everything in the hourglass, but you'll still keep whatever you still had in your guarantee value. So, for the final time tonight, let's take your positions.
I don't say this very
boy.
often. I don't say this very often. Arun, please just be please be kind on this. Please be kind. I'm trying to defend a championship here.
Take your time, mate, says Arun. Well, the thing is, you have lots of time.
I have a lot of time, but I want to get.
In
my
the grand
goal
scheme
is
of
just to
things,
stop
you
it.
have over 3 minutes in the hourglass.
God, that's a crazy amount of time.
You can drain 2 minutes and still walk out with 50k at least. So, yeah.
Right, come on.
Prey, are you ready?
That's all everybody. Let's do it.
For 200,000 dutes. Let's play.
Come on!
Final game. Sports Nut.
You're going to read
The
it?
10 countries
Thank
who
you.
won at least 5 gold medals at the 2022 Winter Olympics.
Oh, China. Great Britain. USA.
Hourglass is draining.
Canada. Japan. Russia. Italy. France. Spain. Germany.
Stop the game!
Yes! Legend! Let's go!
203,973 dutes is your winnings.
You did it, mate!
Oh my god! Well done, both of you.
Lupine gets that 50k. He gets most of it. He gets most of it. Oh my god.
It is a massive payout day tonight for all involved. Holy shit! Man, that is kind of crazy. And loads of people in chat spitting out their totals. I'm about to go to the audience leaderboard so you can see them all for yourself. You don't need to go sharing it in Twitch chat. Let's go over and see it now. These are the final winnings, and Ralph finishes with 52,950. As Ralph says, he had 44,950 in the hourglass, plus an additional 8,000 guarantee. Matt's their total there. And we've got Sunny Cat gifting out 5 for subs in chat. DMC, Matt, Busy on the Internet, Happy Fried Rice, and Ramsey all getting a sub there.
Trey, you fucking smashed it.
And
Absolutely smashed it.
I have received the notification that dutes have been paid. So, audience players, you should have your dutes. I think Hotsy players, I don't know if I've actually done that properly. So
You haven't, no.
So I need to do add dutes to only 91,573. I need to find the exact value again. Where is the exact value gone? Where is the exact value? Where's that? I'm pretty certain I have an exact value somewhere listed, and I can't remember where it is. Whatever it was, what was it? Can you tell me again? It was 200 and something thousand, wasn't it?
It was 20 summer, yeah.
I'm surprised I don't have that, actually.
Score, can you do the thing?
I didn't have contingency for this, apparently. 205 something, timed bank. Overall, I've got it here. 203,973. There you go. I've got it.
Oh, you should have lost 400
Remember, it's
more.
in the hot seat edition. So yeah, 203,000 to Oni. And Mr. Prey Streams gets 203,973 as well. Oh my god, what a payout for tonight's game. And I might need to reconsider one thing as well. Mark, Luigi this game and got 43,000 doots out of it. So,
I mean,
I might need to reconsider that fact that Luigiing is possible.
You
to
might
still
need
get
to
a
have
lot
the
of
wake
doots.
up rule.
God,
Yes.
and there's another thing I can say. You know, there was a message in chat from Vixen at some point during the game that I'm breaking records in this game. I now hold a title that no one has ever held before, and that's the fact that I have succeeded in this twice
On both sides.
In both sides of the game as well.
Also, probably time record, probably percentage of money left record.
Oh god,
and
absolutely.
also in this game, your role is just as important as mine. I keep the glass full, but you win what's in it. And look what you did. Everyone has won, and it's you that did it.
This might also be potentially the most valuable game for the audience ever as well, outside of like Secret Fortune, where everyone has the chance of being their own individual 100,000 heir.
Oh my god.
And this is why you select your players carefully. No, I can't be there every game.
And another 550 subs from
I've thrown down the blue carpet. Everyone's going to pick me for this bloody game now.
Artifact, Forestfield, and Toot all getting a sub from Mr. Matt the Rep. Respect! Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. And let me just quickly go over that question because there are 5 answers you didn't get on
Belgium?
that. So Belgium,
you missed all of the Nordic ones, like Norway.
Norway was number 1.
All of those you didn't go for.
Sweden was number 5. Austria's number 7.
Yeah.
Switzerland's number 8. So you're missing 2 more.
You chose a
one more
really
even,
good
actually.
category.
Netherlands was the other one you didn't get. That was
Oh
position
yeah, the
number
Netherlands,
6.
because everyone knows how to ice skate for some reason.
I think that also has to be the loudest yes I've ever done on this. I was pumped when I saw that 5th answer come up.
Really fucking lucky that my parents are off out on holiday today because the house is empty, so I can literally scream yes.
Arun saying we would have done the
quicker,
TV question quicker. And looking at the question, you might have done actually. It probably would have been in your wheelhouse even more.
We're not going to say though because that's going to go back in the.
It is going to go back in the pool along with all the others
and also,
that you
let's
didn't
be
get.
honest. We really are splitting hairs, aren't we? We've just played a bloody blind.
You really can't complain with a win of 203,973.
And a 2-time champion.
Yeah. In old money, that's around 40,000 doots. But in new money, it's 203,000 for you.
Is that a record? Because I can't remember anyone on the show
That is
getting
a
that high.
record.
I think
I'm
in
absolutely
terms of
certain that's a
the
record.
actual game itself, I don't think anyone got around the 40k barrier finishing the game.
There was a team on the show going into it that had over 43,000 and drained the entire lot in that top 10, and it was heartbreaking to watch. And that's what I was worried about that was going to happen here.
And
now,
so, anyone in TV watching, put me on your fucking shows.
And the other round that you didn't actually get to see the telly addict of the main game, I think that one might have been the hardest of the lot.
Oh,
I'm
based
not
on
surprised
the
because we
form
got
of the game and what
we
you
got some
expected to
pretty
do.
quickie ones. The ones that were like the proper time wasters. We didn't get any of those in.
Yeah.
So we got really either we've been really lucky or Arun's been really benevolent.
You certainly dodged a
I'd like
bullet
to
on
think-
one, and I think possibly slightly easier at the beginning of each stack than David was, but it's all still pretty difficult stuff, especially the
Well, the
condensed
thing
frames.
is, when
that
we
can
were
be really difficult.
as someone who's written for it, we are told by you that it's supposed to be a little bit easier because we did have some pretty tricky games at the start. You want them. It's a really difficult game to write for. fun but difficult.
I was very unbenevolent in the two you didn't pick.
Oh god, yeah. The sports that you didn't see in the main game is also one of the harder ones as well. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the one that I did, which was the sports one, was me being a bastard, because that was the convert these terms on the keypad one.
Well, they're all going to go back into.
Park for me.
Leave it.
They're all going to go into the pool for future use, and I think we might have enough to be able to do a Frankenpack sometime in the future with a mixture of David J, Oni, and Arun questions. I mean, I think last thing to
Is
say
the
here.
end game of this supposed to be a Frankenpack? Because we have so many of these top 10s going around.
Well, the thing is, the top 10s are always going to be in excess, I think. But
whereas because if you play a regular game, either you're saving one main game pack or none. And in the top 10s, you're either saving 6 or they don't make it to the top 10 round. You're saving all of them.
You're saving 2 or 1 main game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 1. This one we saved 2
because the one you pick or the one in reserve. Yeah. So yeah, you either save 1 or 2, but in for the top 10, you're either saving 6 or you're saving all of them because they don't get that far.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Pray, Oni, did you have a lot of fun tonight?
Oh god, yeah.
I had an absolute blast.
It's like when I was sort of working and saw that it was 5 minutes to a fortune, I did think, oh god, I really hoped that it was going to be me and you, Pray, and because it would have been fun, and this was better than I could have ever expected it to be. God damn! Oh, this was so good.
So like
So
from the randomizer picking me again.
Well, Topper's made a point about that, and I do want to add something like that in so that it does pick
and
new
that's
blood
fair.
a bit more regularly than that. But which
that's
it's
fair
more
enough.
fair.
Because Topper has installed that for some of his games when he used to do it. Like what was it? His thing for Slam being
Moneybags was a nice one where it was guaranteed
Yeah.
2 new players and then a mixture of those that have played before and that kind of
he
thing.
put that in Slam too as well.
The Toppy algorithm TM.
Because you had because you had the one that had never played before, one that hadn't played that season, and one from everyone else.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that I did say before that randomizer happened and it picked me was pure and simply, I am 100% being timekeeper. I'm not going to take that 5 games away from someone. No, I was wanting to give somebody else that 5 games.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Because I had already done that, so I
And
was going to be timekeeper no matter what.
If I got picked, you're going in for shits and giggles. And then we sort of got both of what we wanted.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But yeah, hell of a game. And in the audience, I hope you enjoyed the experience on Hackbox, and hopefully there were no glitches or issues that were detrimental to the experience. Yeah. That's about it for me to say, I think, on 5 Minutes of Fortune. Thank you, Pray and Oni, for an absolute stellar performance tonight. Something that is going to be, I think, incredibly difficult to beat.
The thanks have to go to you, my friend. They have to go to you.
Yeah, they have to.
Well, thank you very much for playing. Enjoy the rest of the week. And
genuinely one of my
crap.
favourite ever quizzing experiences, and not just because we won.
Thank you very much.
This was
they'll definitely go on the highlights reel,
way.
Matt. Very much so. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, mate. Much love.
Thank you.
Happy Pride.
Happy
Of course we get 2 buy guys and a pound guy on Pride wrecking shit. This is what this month's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, Take care. What a game of 5 Minutes of Fortune, eh? That was just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous game there. But I mean, that is what you can do with this game. We have seen heartbreakers, and then we've seen absolute stellar victories there. It has the full gamut of experience in 5 Minutes to Fortune. I mean, obviously the ultimate victory would be perfect hourglass throughout the entire game, but being able to do perfect hourglass top 10, that is an absolute ask and a half. You'd be completely on the money for that. Top 10 in 10 seconds is an ask. But it is possible with the right set of questions, right set of answers for a certain question, and just being in the right place at the right time, it is possible. But then also to have done a perfect game up to that point, it's kind of crazy to be able to do that kind of feat. But you never know, could happen. But they have set the benchmark incredibly high, with just over 200,000 doots still in the hourglass. You would probably have to motor mouth it a bit, which means it's probably not possible because the Discord lag might not make it happen. Oh, boy. What a game that was. And again, I hope you did enjoy the Hackbox experience out there. And I hope you enjoyed watching your money dwindle down in the final game as well. Because that was something I added in last night. And I thought, oh, that's going to be a little fun thing to have on the Hackbox side of things. Even if they can't do anything about it. It's like, no, my money. Just seeing it tick down is like, yeah. Gotta love it. I did have one moment when I was running the game at like 20 times speed just to debug stuff, and it was updating Hackbox way too fast. I'm worried I was going to overload the Hackbox server a bit with just sending so many messages out in such a short amount of time, but that didn't happen. It was actually fine with it. Right. Thank you again to Arun for the pack of 5 Minutes for Fortune for tonight, and again thank you to Poker for proofing the pack of 5 Minutes to Fortune tonight. The rest, the scraps, will be going into the pool for Frankenpacking in the future, and I think we've got enough certainly to be able to construct a full new front end game, and we definitely have enough top 10s to go around. So yeah, look forward to a Frankenpack of 5 Minutes to Fortune in the near future, and we've also got another game of 5 Minutes to Fortune scheduled on the calendar as well, a little further on. All the way in the 24th of July, we've got a pack currently scheduled in to be written by Blackbird 6. They don't actually do much around here. They joined it much earlier on in like 2019 days and did a bit of 1 versus 100 writing back then. And they have largely been lurking in the community, but still watching along the streams, and that's absolutely fine to do that. And they have elected to do some question writing for this back half of season 14. So they've got a game of 5 Minutes to Fortune to write for at the end of July, and they're also due to write for some 1,000 Heartbeats as well, as sort of the yin to this game's yang in a way. They are very much a similar sort of game in that it is a game of games, a game of mini games, all against something that ticks down. And obviously, I have stolen some inspiration from 5 Minutes to Fortune into 1,000 Heartbeats. Maybe I steal the other way around as well and steal something from 1,000 Heartbeats over into 5 Minutes to Fortune. I don't know, but I do still have some other 5 Minutes to Fortune mini games to actually implement still. I think there's like 4 or 5 that I still want to actually get in the game for future games. And also there are some games we haven't even actually seen play on stream. The eye test one, I think, hasn't actually appeared on stream yet, and that has been implemented. And we've only seen Twitter once. Book definition, I don't think we've really seen that properly either. So yeah, there are a couple of the games that I have actually implemented we've not actually seen on stream yet, so there's still some surprises out there. Surprises in store. Right, we've got... I need to stop saying right. I say that way too often, and umming and ahhing as well on stream. I need to get into the practice of not doing that. Right! It's time for a wheel spin. Let me go over to full cam. Oh, that's on the wrong side. I need to move the chat over to the left-hand side there. Left. Let's go and spin this here wheel and find out what we've got in store for you for the end of the stream tonight. All right. I just need to stop saying filler words entirely. I need to stop doing that because it's just... just not good, you know? I guess more authentic, but, you know, I'm not particularly a good conveyor of language if I keep using filler words all the time. Oh, hey! We're going in the grid again tonight! And it's distribution A once again as well. Well, we don't have the additional 15,000 this time, though. We are going in just straight with the 10k prizes. I need to not open up OBS again. I need to do in the grid. So it's time to pick some players for in the grid tonight. Let me do that and do the usual keyword. Like that. If you'd like in on tonight's pick, you just need to say in the grid all one word. And we will pick two of you out at random to play tonight's game of in the grid on distribution A. We had a very, very interesting game of in the grid last time round, where it was all down to the final turn, as it kind of always is. I need to change the camera too, don't I? Let me change the camera too. But yeah, it all hinged on the final turn, whether it was a penalty or bankrupt, and then how much the penalty was. But yeah, it's a crazy old game. This it really is. Need to make sure I'm on distribution A, which is the same as what we played last time, actually. But of course, the course of the game could be completely different. Because, of course, we could be randomising much higher values of cash or much lower values of penalty. It's entirely possible that it could do that. There's a filler word again. And another one. I need to start doing it. But it's just in my nature to do so. And there's another one. Right, I need to find my music for this, which is over on the tipping point side of things. Tipping point, assets, game, sounds, music, and we will do round 3 general bed. Yeah, we'll do this bed to start with, just to welcome our players in, and then we'll change over to one of the question beds in a moment. Make sure I'm on looping mode, yeah. And let's pick our 2 players playing in the grid tonight, shall we? Yeah, I think we should do that. Oh, hang on. Nightbot's done its Nightbot thing again. I don't know why it's done it. It's done this before, where it's just completely invalidated everybody. Let me refresh and do it again. Keyword is in the grid. You're all going to have to say in the grid again. Sorry. Yeah, Nightbot went night-night. Yeah, it just gave up on the redemptions entirely. There we go. Now we're getting more names coming in. And we get 100 bits.
Demanifest Prey.
We're demanifesting Prey, says Sunny Cat. Thank you for the 100 bits there. Let me just keep Nightbot open over here on this other window to make sure it just doesn't go to sleep. It'll give you 20 seconds, and then we will pick our 2 players for tonight's game. How many do we have eligible? We have 23 eligible users currently in the list. Ooh, some good names, in fact. Dev with the JB emote, but it's actually a Prey. JB Henry Hallway. Da-da-da-da-da, Henry Hallway. Da-da-da-da-da, Henry Hallway. By the way, I wasn't a lucky duck. I didn't get the lucky duck email earlier on, so I have to wait until next week for tickets to the Taskmaster live experience thing. But apparently it's like £90 to do the live experience. At least that's what some people were saying on Twitter that did get the lucky duck access. And people were going, nah, it's too expensive. I'm not going to pay for it, despite getting the lucky duck access for it. Yeah, that's apparently how much it's going for, is £90. It could be cheaper, I don't know. But the one value I saw on Twitter was one person saying, I'm never going to be doing it for £90. So, yeah. Right. Left. Up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. Let's pick our players, shall we? How much did I originally pay for the Crystal Maze experience on the Kickstarter thing? That was a bit more, because obviously it was a Kickstarter thing. But the price of that has gone down a bit since, so... But yeah, okay. Anyway, let's roll it and pick Ardenfets as player number 1 tonight. Let me run the game. Pick live. Go to player left and change their name. Where are you? Ardenfets is player number 1. And they are facing off against... Oh, very new player. Eli is in podium position number 2. It says Arden versus Eli in the grid. And it's still 25,000, which it shouldn't be. I thought I'd change that back down to 10, but apparently not. Why did I not do that? That's strange. It should be 10,000. I forgot to change it back down. It should be starting on 10,000. There we go. That is the usual value that we start with. Right. Let's get this game in the way, shall we? Call it bonus at the inflation experience. No, Mike. We're not going to hyperinflation, all right? We're not going to hyperinflation. I learnt my lesson beforehand on the wheel when we got to hundreds of millions of doots. Never again. Hang on, let me do it again properly. There we go. Right. Here we go again. It is time to play in the grid. So, for Ardenfets and Eli, this is what you are playing with tonight. You have got 5 gold tiles, 1 green, 3 purple, 6 red, and 1 black tile. You each start with 10,000 doots, and you'll also have 2 reveals in hand to work with. The 5 golds, they are cash. They add a certain cash value to your bank. The 1 green is our one and only bonus in this grid, and that will multiply your current bank by a certain percentage. The 3 purples, those are steals. They will steal a certain percentage of your opponent's bank balance and add it to your own. We do have 6 reds in this grid, so it's a very heavy penalty in this one. 6 penalties, each of those will take away a certain percentage of your bank. And then the 1 black that is always present in the grid is the bankrupt and will crash you all the way down to 0. And we will play all the way up until 15 of the 16 tiles have been played, meaning Ardenfets, you're playing the first and last tile in the grid. And again, a reminder, you've got reveals in hand to work with. What a reveal does is it will give you individual information, privately whispered to you, about the colour of a certain tile. You won't know what the value of the tile is, but you'll at least know what kind of tile it is, and your opponent won't. And you have 2 of those to use at any point throughout the game. Now, obviously, the game would be very easy if it was distributed like this, so I'm going to randomise things, and then I'm going to hide it away and lock it all up so that you cannot see where those colours are. And it's time to play in the grid. So, Ardenfets, you are making the first move. What would you like to do? Any tile available for play? You can also decide to do an early reveal, though that might be a bit of a wasted opportunity early on. You're going with C2. All right, C2 it shall be for your first move. Behind C2, it's not a good start. It is a red. It is penalty. Though I suppose get it out the way earlier on means there's more cash available later on to boost your bank up. Or you could be looking for an early or low penalty value. They could range anything from 5% up to 95% in tonight's game. But for you, the penalty is 80%. So quite the expensive penalty, brings you down to 2,000 doots. But hey, it's an early start, it's an early penalty, we can recover from that, that's not a problem. Eli, it's now your turn. You do have the lead by 8,000 doots. What is going to be your opening move in the grid? You're going to play A3, all right? Top row for you, going with A3. Behind A3 is... Ooh, it's a steal, which you know, it's going to get you something. But the thing is, Arden's balance currently is only 2,000. There's not much to steal. It could be anything from 20% up to 75% of their current balance. But yes, there is not much to steal here, so a bit of strategy being invoked here with Ardenfetz's early penalty means there's not going to be much handing over, though it does mean Arden's balance is going smaller still. How much are you stealing here, Eli? Oh, wow, quite a big steal. That's 70%. Brings you up to 11,400. It's not a big increase, but it does mean Ardenfetz, you've got 600 dupes right now, which is not much. We need to pick it up a bit. But there's still 5 cash out there, and each of the cash could be worth 25,000 dupes. So you can easily get it to over 100,000 dupes if you play your cash right. You are going to go for D4. Okay, going to D4. Oh, Ardenfetz. It's just not a good start for you, is it? It's another penalty. I know you want to get them out of the way early. Fine. And I suppose you don't have much balance left to play with here. But it is another penalty. Right now it's fine, you say. Okay. How much are you losing? 65% is another biggie that's going from the game. But we're losing 65% of 600. You're down to 210. Oh my god, this is like death by 1,000. Death by 1,000 here. 210. It's not the lowest we've seen a player go to, but it's by no means not the greatest either. Eli, back to you. You're going for B1. Manifesting another steal, says Ardenfetz. Okay. We're going to B1 for Eli. I mean, it would be hilarious if this was a steal, because then you're only stealing sum of 210. Death 5,000 needles, Cactar 101. Oh my god. Behind B1 for Eli. It's the first cash tile of the game. It's nothing but positive. How much are you getting here, Eli? Oh, that's a lot. 22,500 dukes, which rockets you up to 33,900 dukes. Ardenfetz, Eli is ahead of you by 33,690. I'm not saying it's a difficult one to catch up from, but it is actually catch-upable still with everything we've got here. You just had some rotten luck to start with. Remember, you do have reveals if you want to use them. But you're going with D3. Okay. D3 it shall be. And behind D3 for Ardenfetz. It's another penalty. Stop! He's already dead! Going for single digits! That's 3 penalties in a row for Ardenfetz. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for you. It's another 35% coming off your balance, and we're getting into rounding issues because we're now into stupid integers. Ardenfetz, you're down to 137. No decimals aren't programmed, oh hey. Eli, you are in the lead by 33,723 or 63 even, whatever. You do have a resounding lead, but remember there is a bankrupt out there, so it could be a race to the bottom. You're going with D2, okay. I mean, we've got 3 reds there. This would make a tetromino of reds if this was another penalty. Is it another penalty? In which case, is Ardenfetz having a bit of a breath of fresh air? A Redfetz. Eli behind D2. God, it is a tetromino of red. Eli, it's your first penalty. You're losing some money. You got 33,900. I mean, just expressing 5% of that is more than what Ardenfetz has got. How much are you losing, Eli? a quarter, 25% you are losing, which brings you down to 25,425. You still have the lead, but it is smaller now at 25,000, just over 25,000, which means Arden Fets, if you get the best cash tile there is on offer here, you will be nearly in the lead. You'll be behind by around 200 odd dukes, but it's doable. We are back to you, Arden Fets. You do have 2 reveals, by the way, and you are using one of those reveals right now. So let me get a whisper window ready for you, and I've got that ready for you. So just remember what we're going for. C4. Okay. So for you, I'm going to whisper you some information. It's going to be the colour, but not the value of C4. Okay. That is the information of that particular tile, Arden Fets. Now you can elect to play that right now, hold it in reserve for later, go somewhere else. You could also use a second reveal right now. And you want to play C4. Okay, let's do that then. So clearly a good tile for you. Otherwise, or maybe you really are going for the bold strategy of just get rid of all the penalties. Or if this is a bankrupt, just get it out of the way. But then you might want to keep that in the game if it's if Eli's still got 25k in play. So it's an interesting strategy if you did want to go for a negative here, but not entirely out the question. Though I suspect it's a positive. In fact, it is a positive. It is a steal, and at this point, that's a pretty valuable steal currently. Even the lowest value of 20% is going to be a big help for you here. How much of Eli's money are you taking away? Oh, nearly half, 45%, which means, well, look at that. We've already now got a right barnstormer of a game. Arden Fets, 11,578. You're now over what you started. Eli, you are down to 13,984. You still have the lead, but it is only slight now. And Eli is now electing to use a reveal. So let me get a whisper window ready for you. And you would like to reveal on a 4. Very well. So for you and only you, the colour but not the value of A4. Okay. And if I can type, it's going to be that. So, what would you like to do? You can elect to play that right now, or you can hold it in reserve, or use a reveal somewhere else. What would you like to do, Eli? Only the winner will get Duke's My. Going somewhere else, going with C3. Very well. Okay, so currently holding A4 in reserve for later on, playing in C3 instead. So for Eli, behind C3, it's one of the cash tiles. 4 remaining in the grid, now 3 after this. What would you like to, well, what would you like to do? How much cash? Game, how much cash would you like to add to Eli's balance right now? 5,000. It's not the smallest it could be. It can be anything from 2.5 up to 25,000 tonight. But it is a low value. But it is still cash nonetheless. You still have the lead on 18,984. Arden Fets is still playing catch up, but now it is a tighter game for you. Much tighter game than you were only 2 moves ago. And you continue on with D1, just finishing off that row. Well, I mean, it would be absolute hell on earth if this is another penalty for you, Arden Fets. Behind D1, it's the final steal in the grid. We're locking all the steals out. So you're going to be stealing some more money from Eli. Will you take the lead here? How much are you stealing? 35% of Eli's balance, which does take the lead. 18,222 plays, 12,340. I think that calls for a new tension bed. There we go. I should automate this at some point. Arden Fets now has the lead. Eli, you're playing catch up. We are getting close to the end of the game, though. You still have 3 moves to play. Arne Vet still has 3 moves to play. Eli's already got a decision in mind. A2. Okay. A2 it shall be. So behind A2 for Eli. You've done well on picking the cash. It's another cash tile. Can you take the lead back? You need over 5,000 to make that happen. Oh, it is a big one. 17,500 doots. And you retake the lead up to 29,840. Ardenfets playing catch up once again by 11,000 or so. What would you like to do? There are no more steals, so you can't take any more money away from Eli, but there are still 2 cash tiles out there. There is a bonus out there as well. That could be anything up to 100% bonus. That would have been hell if you picked that while you still had like 3-digit value. 2 penalties, and there's also a bankrupt as well. Arden Vets, you're going for a reveal on B4. Okay, so using your final reveal. And for you, the colour, but not the value, of B4. Sure thing. I didn't type that right, but I think you know what word I meant. So, Arne Vets, with that in mind, would you like to play B4, go somewhere else? What would you like to do? Gonna go somewhere else and play B2. Okay. B2 it shall be. So situation on the grid right now. We've got 2 cash still in play. We have 1 bonus still in play. We've got 2 penalties. And we have 1 bankrupt. You're playing catch up by about 11,000 doots. So good cash tile or a good bonus would get you to bring you into the lead. Behind B2, back down to 0, I'm afraid. It is a bankrupt. Did not want to see that. And you're down to 0. Eli, you now have the lead on 29,840. This is your penultimate move in the grid. There are 2 cash tiles still in play, 1 bonus, and there are 2 penalties. There's no more bankrupt in play. Eli would like to use their final reveal on A1. Very well, we will do that then. So for you, the colour but not the value of A1. And for that information, there you go. So with that information in mind, Eli, would you like to play A1? Would you like to play A4? Or would you like to play somewhere else? It's very interesting. We've got 3 of the 5 tiles still in play with some sort of knowledge, but not perfect knowledge. And you are going somewhere else. You're playing C1. Okay. Very interesting. So to say, there's only 3... Well, there are only 3. There's actually 3 of 5. So it's actually more advantageous for you now. More probability that you are getting something added to your balance. There's only 2 penalties. Behind C1 is cash. It's one of the remaining 2 cash tiles, extending your lead further. How much more are you getting here, Eli? The full whack, 25,000 doots. Goodness me. Which brings you up to 54,840. Arnfets, we come to you. It is your penultimate turn of the game. It's not game yet. It is still possible. It is still possible. This is what's wonderful about this game, is that it's still very possible to win the game, even at such a almost impossible deficit. Cash values can appear more than once. They are not unique. Same with penalties, same with seals, same with bonuses. The values can repeat. Going to Arden Fets. I did see a B3. Is that what you would like to play right now, Arden Fets? Just want to make sure that you want to play B3 here. Because just got to go in the mix of everyone else calling out that the game's finished. Going with B3. Lock it in. Okay. So, state of play in the grid right now. There is one cash, there is one bonus, and there are two penalties. For you to win here right now, Arden, the ideal order would be a cash, then a bonus. And then Eli hits a penalty. That is the ideal order. And you have to hope that your cash and bonus equal more than the penalty reduces Eli's balance. That's the situation of the game right now. Artifacts. You only know one of these four remaining tiles. Behind B3 is cash. So you are on track to do the thing. How much cash are you getting here, Artifacts? You need this to be as big as possible to give you the best chance. It's in the middle, 12,500. It's still doable. It is still doable at this point. Eli, we come to you. It is now your final turn. Obviously, this situation is more involved for you because you know the colours of A1 and A4. And by rights, you should know then what the colour of B4 is by process of elimination. Eli is playing B4. This is your final turn. If this is a penalty, then we will continue on to see how Arden Fets does. If this is a bonus, then it is game over, because there's no possible way Arden Fets could bonus any more than that. Well, anyway, it would have to hit a penalty if you hit a bonus, so sort of GG at that point. Behind B4 for the game is a bonus. Arden Fets was holding on to that in reserve for a final Hail Mary play, and, well, it was a hell of a Hail Mary as well, Arden Fets, because it was the full 100% bonus! This means, Eli, you are finishing the game tonight with our new record of 109,680. Oh my god, what a total to finish on. Just out of shiggles. I know it doesn't really matter because we know with both penalties, Arden Fets. Which one would you have played out of A1 and A4? Just because I want to have a bit of fun. Which one would you have played? Not that it really matters much, but you know, if stuff happens, it'll be the worst one, whichever it is you say. A4 you would have picked, and it would have been 90%. God. 90%, because sure, brings your final total down to knock a zero off the end to 1250. Let us reveal all. What was behind A1? Oh, we were doomed either way. 85% on the other one as well, and 90% on the one that you picked. So you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Eli, what what an opening to the stream, I suppose. This is the first live stream that you've connected to, and you've gotten here in the grid, and you've played an absolute blinder in the grid, earning 109,680 dutes, and that has now been paid out to you. Holy shit. That was one hell of a game in the grid tonight. That is our new record high of the game. We're into six figures now, and Oni...
They're gonna write country music about how sad Arden Fetz's game went.
It was a bit of a brutal start, wasn't it? With penalty after penalty. But somehow, I will just address that point right now, folks. Somehow... No, I can't say much else because the bankrupt was a thing. Jesus Christ, it was just a ridiculous game. Unfortunately, it did not go Arden's way, but it did go Eli's way, and that is the end of that game. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and I hope you enjoyed watching along from the audience as well. Hell of a game, that. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Ernie. Thank you for the gifted sub there. In fact, 3 months gifted sub there from Matt. That's an interesting one. So 3 subs in 1, essentially. Yeah, congratulations, Eli. You're getting 3 months subscribed to this channel, courtesy of Mr. Matt the Ref. It's a kind of crazy stream, this. We had the big wins in 5 Bits of Fortune. We just had a big win in the grid as well. God, I'm pooped. Still can't believe it, says Prey. Oh, neither can I. I can't believe it. Well, that brings us to a close on quiz night for tonight and for the rest of the week as well, because I am not streaming on Friday. The reason being because Mr. Ben and Mr. Huds are going to be streaming on Friday instead as part of the Bristol Pride charity fundraising project that Huds has. They are doing a collab stream and a bit over on both of their channels, starting with Huds and then moving over to Ben on Friday night. I believe it's kicking off at around, 6 p.m, is it, over on Huds' channel? I think is what it's starting out
Nomination
as.
for best quiz night stream ever.
Thank you for the 500 bits there, Matt, and it certainly feels like that could have been one of the best streams in terms of player performance there. But yes, we've got Huds starting things off on the Friday evening around 6 p.m, I think, doing some Sonic over on his side with Ben doing accompaniments, I think it is. And then they head on over to Ben's side of things to do some related quizzing with some of his game shows as well. So over on HUD 601, or 601, I suppose I should say it properly, and Royal_Flush over on those two channels on Friday night, starting from 6 p.m. over on HUD's side of things. And you know what? I'll even do the shout out right now. To HUD 601, there you go. If you... I know it's 601, but it's a digit, it's a 0, so I should be, if I'm being specific in saying Royal_Flush, then I'm going to be specific and say it's HUD 601. If I want to be really pedantic with your name, Royal_Flu$H. You know how it is. But yes, that's what's happening. There you go. Caught ya. So that's what's happening on Friday night in lieu of a quiz night stream. You've got some HUDs and game night instead. That is it for me this week. I will be back next week with more quiz night stuff. What have I got for you next week? I have question mark as a warm-up game, depending on if I can actually do stuff on that or not. We'll see. And then our main games on Wednesday are Secret Fortune and Outright. Don't know if we're going to have enough time to get the new Outright client in place, but we'll see. And then next Friday, on the 21st of June, we have got Equation Grid as a warm-up game, Hive Minds written by Topper, and the 100,000 Duke Drop written by Mr. Pop Ramen Comedy. That is all happening next week on Quiz Night. As we get some raiders coming in, 9 raiders from Quizzy Dan, with the raid message from looks of things being, "Were you throbbing?" Yes, you were. mean, based off of the performance we've had in Quiz Night tonight on 5 Minutes to Fortune and in the grid, I think we're all throbbing right now. Welcome on in, Raiders. You are here at the end of the stream, even after all the wheel shenanigans, so we will be going off and raiding into someone else momentarily. But thank you very much, for QuizDan, for sharing your community over with us, even if it is brief for just a minute or two. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great stream, whatever you're doing. And thank you for sharing your community my way. Who is currently online on Twitch right now that we could go raid into in a reasonable manner? There is a Mr. Gamer Man currently live that we could go and raid into. We've got an Ashens currently doing some quiz kit stuff. Anybody else in the quiz circle? Quiz shows, game shows, that kind of thing. Let's have a look, shall we? Quiz show. Mr. Gamerman is in that world, so I think we're going to go and say hi to Mr. Gamerman, because from the looks of things, he does his own creations of games as well, based off of when we raided into him last week. So could be doing some more of that tonight, or maybe doing something else. I don't know, but we'll go and raid into Mr. Gamerman. And what do we want to do as our raid message over to Mr. Gamerman? I actually don't know. Let's do 5 minutes to I don't know, 5 minutes to a pray fortune, or a pray tune. 5 minutes to a pray tune. There you go. We'll do that. 5 minutes to a pray tune. I think that's what Topper said earlier. So yeah, 5 minutes to pray tune is going to be our raid message over to Mr. Gamerman tonight. And he is doing his one of his unique concepts. It's called Special Forces. So enjoy over on to Mr. Gamerman. I will see you next Wednesday for more quiz night. Enjoy Ben and Huds on Friday night with some Sonic and quizzing for Bristol Pride. And and on that note, I'll see you later, Prey. Bye. Bye. Love you too.